Netflix for a year.
It's not StarCraft Jeopardy, but I do know, fun fact, that you won 6 times.
I would have won all of them if I didn't get fucked off the fucking show.
Why did you get fucked off the fucking show?
They were trying to get rid of me because they were bored of me the whole time. Yeah, and the one I lost, quote unquote, like basically, even the guy who won said it was bullshit. Like, he had a question where it was like he had a daily double and he went all in, and it was like basically who was the CEO of Quantic that ran away with all the money, and he answered Stephen Bordeaux, and the correct answer is Simon Boderalt.
Not
so
even
like wasn't
close.
even close.
Not even
and
close.
He gave it to him, and then I had a daily double on tournaments, so I went all in. And the question was like, what was the name of the MLG tournament sponsored by Lionsgate? And I said it was the Ender's Game Invitational, and they didn't accept it because it was the Ender's Game on Blu-ray Invitational.
Oh,
wow.
Okay,
but
whatever.
Stephen Bordeaux, 2 questions earlier, was fine.
Stephen Bordeaux.
Not even Bordeaux. That would have been closer. Bordeaux, as in the city in France.
Right. Give me a break.
Right.
Oh my god.
So
I'm
I had
sorry,
to
man.
pay for my own Netflix after that.
That's fucking.
What a world. What a world.
I don't want to live in this world where you've got to pay for your own fucking Netflix.
I know, right?
Yeah, man. All right, well we are live now, guys, and I know I look really fucking different because normally I have this huge fucking beard, but
I like how on like Skype your camera is super dark, but on Twitch it's perfectly fine.
Oh, I've got 2 webcams set up. I've got the shitty one, so you don't have to look at
okay.
the XSplit, so you can actually see me, and then I've got the good one for
Okay,
the
I
stream.
see.
I'm smart, man.
How come we get the garbage over here? That's BS.
That's what you deserve, man.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. But anyway, so yeah, I had to shave my. Well, I didn't have to. So my fucking wife was like, "Your beard's too scraggly," because I was like brushing it with my beard comb, and she's like, "What the fuck? Like it's too long." And she was complaining, so I fucking shaved it all off because she said I wouldn't do it, and I did it. So it was pretty much a double loss because I miss it, and she's fucking mad. So I was not a smart man.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize you,
dude. People at work literally thought I was a fucking new person because like it was like out to here. So,
damn.
It'll grow back. It'll grow back.
Lumberjack toast.
Exactly. Like, I haven't been getting as many Twitch viewers lately on my personal. I think that's why. They're like, who the fuck's this dude that like hijacked the channel? Like
What league is on your shirt, by the way?
Bronze.
Represent.
Dude,
I need a bronze one. One of those.
I was fucking bronze for life, or at least I thought I was gonna be until I got fucking diamond like right after I bought the shirt. Whoops. Got better than I thought. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Dank Shrine episode 13, I believe. Yeah, 13.
Lucky 13 right here.
Lucky 13 with our guest PsiPengWin. Man, how you doing? How you been?
Pretty good. Tired today, but you know.
Yeah, I feel you, man. We're kind of in that slump. It's midweek. That's why we kind of like to do the show, though. You know, help everyone kind of break out their funk. That is the week. You know, get a jump start for your Friday. Get in the drive to the weekend going.
We are the hump, is what it is.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, so let's jump right into our little interview here. So, just tell us in general, like, what's it like to be on PsiStorm, man?
It's really good. I really love the team. All the guys on it are like dickheads. No, I'm kidding.
Total fucking
everybody on the
dicks.
team is great.
Total dicks.
I really like the direction that the team wants to move in, which is one of the reasons why I decided to join. Because basically at the end of my time at My Insanity, the upper management was kind of like moving in different directions and just like not really in line with my goals anymore. So
Yeah.
It's really nice that I was able to find like a team in PsiStorm that has very similar goals and ambitions. So that's really nice to be able to work in that kind of an environment. And the team house is great. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a really nice house. How much of a part was that?
Like it's important for me to have a team house just because it saves a shit ton of money.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I mean, just the house existing is important. Like how nice the house is wasn't really a factor in my decision. But when I did come here the first time, I was like, okay, this is pretty sick. I'm down with this.
Quick question here. Who all lives in the house?
Right now, just me and KJ. Basically, the house is like a renovated bottom floor of KJ's house.
Okay.
So KJ and his family live upstairs, and then KJ has his PC set up down over there. True is usually set up to my right when he's here.
Okay.
and we have space for other people. So like Warren and Caleb Ericus are going to be coming for like a week or so in 2 weeks.
Sure.
And yeah.
Oh, so I think Warren wanted to know that who's your favorite person on the junior team, and why is it not Sugar?
Because Sugar's not Jehefe.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that's some sort of an inside joke.
Well, Jehefe's one of our players.
I didn't fucking know, man.
Wow, Toast. Wow, you don't know Jehefe?
I didn't do my
Jehefe,
research.
The base. Nobody knows Jehefe.
I didn't do my research.
But I love Jehefe. Jehefe is great. No, I don't know. I love them all, and hate them all equally.
They're all dicks. Like fuck them. Like, but I love them, right? Like it's that love-hate relationship.
It's more like. I'm trying to think of a funny follow-up, but I just can't. I'm too tired.
just insert.
We appreciate the effort.
Witty quip there, you know.
Insert comment here.
Yeah, do it yourself.
So I'm imagining, since it's somebody's home, you guys don't have crazy like house parties going down with all sorts of.
It really depends.
Kegs.
Like, unfortunately, the amount of hookers and blow has had to be cut down from the MYI house. We only get hookers and blow 14 days a month here instead of every single day.
Is that like just when Tasteless comes to town, or?
No, Tasteless doesn't come here. No, man. Like when Tasteless comes, which is like, you know, I mean, we don't actually live in Sick City, which is where Tasteless is obviously the mayor.
You just have to visit, right? Like I just like to visit Sick City.
Yeah, every now and then, you know, like if Tasteless or Stefano would come by, we'd probably bump up the hooker count. But, you know.
Yeah.
We'll be asked them to stay in the closet for the duration of this stream, since we are streaming on Twitch. And we appreciate that. It's very nice. So
I like
the compromise.
Are you saying that Tasteless is in the closet?
No, I'm saying Tasteless is just holding on to the hookers until we're done.
I'm just gonna leave that one right there. So moving on to our next question. Let's leave.
I always wondered why he's never asked Yuri out.
So a quick question for you about how do you view yourself as a member of the community? You know, I've been watching you streaming for a long time, and it's, you know, you're one of those interesting personalities out there. Like, do you see yourself, you know, as a pro, as a person who's kind of helping players out? I know you mentioned that you coach. Like, what's your stance on Penguin in the StarCraft scene?
I kind of do a bit of everything. So, like, obviously I do casting. My main role at the team is the player manager, but I also play and I stream and I occasionally write articles for Esports Heaven, and I coach people, and I kind of just do a bit of everything, you know. I'm like an agent for a couple of players as well every now and then. So I literally do everything. So
yeah. I remember you had mentioned being an agent on I think it was Joe's stream. You had helped out a couple, like, so you served kind of like as a liaison for some other players.
Right.
But that's
mostly
cool.
Korean. Mostly like my friends who are Korean players who just like don't know what to ask for, don't know who to contact for foreign teams if they're interested in playing in WCS.
Right, like you want to make sure that they're like well represented. You don't want them to get fucked,
right.
You know, for sure, makes sense. I don't know, man. Like you've been doing a lot of casting lately, and you've been doing a pretty good job. I want to let you know.
Thanks.
And I've told you this on Twitter before, but you need to do something with your hands. Like I feel like you're just like
no. I actually took that advice into consideration for the last day of WESG.
Okay, maybe I just missed it, but you need to be a little more animated. That's all, because your like voice doesn't match your body language. You're like, I'm really hyped up, but I'm not moving at all. Like, I can only move like literally 2 inches either way. Like that was kind of like what I felt.
No, but like at WESG Brazil, that was the thing though. Like fucking production was in our ear the whole time. Like, don't move to the right. You need to move to the left. Please move more to the left. Okay, move to the right. Like, for Christ's sake. He's like the guy on WESG. It was apparently like his first broadcast, so he was wanting to make sure that we were all like perfectly lined up like all the time, and it just got kind of really annoying. Like he did a decent job overall, but like there were like times where he'd just start talking in the middle of the game into our ear, and like not like normally that's kind of normal. It's like they'll say something like I don't know, just like 2 or 3 words, and he would just like go on for like 2 paragraphs while we have to continue talking, and he's really loud in our ear, and it's like desperately trying to like both listen to him, drown him out, and say words at the same time.
While he's like telling you his fucking life story, and you're like trying to commentate this game. Basically.
It's like Sasha,
please, like you're muting your mic. Shut the fuck up! Oh, that's a sick bailing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be frustrating. I'm glad that's why we don't do this shit like that. We don't have production crews. Like otherwise we would, you know, like that's the only thing holding us back really.
Right.
You know,
of course.
Easy. All that dirty esports money that we're making clearly.
Oh yeah, like I've heard that every there was a rumor that like average Twitch CPM is like $2 per ad per 1,000 viewers, but I've heard that it's $1,000 per ad per 2 viewers. So you guys must be making shit tons of money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got a different setup. It's literally like every one person that visits our fucking channel, $1 million right there.
Oh, that's really good actually.
I know.
Are you sponsored?
Toast is really good at negotiating.
Yeah, MMO coach is fucking forking over a boatload.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Anyway, so moving on. What is your most favorite like personal competitive memory of like from StarCraft? Because you've been around for like quite a while.
Like for me as a competitor, or what?
Yeah, as a competitor. Like, what was your your
probably
greatest
Hell
moment?
It's Me Time open bracket qualifiers, because like that was pretty fun, because basically the backstory there is that like I adjusted my sleep schedule in advance for Canada, which inadvertently resulted in me missing dinner at the team house the last 2 nights I was there. So I basically hadn't eaten a proper meal when I got on the plane, then I slept through the entire flight and slept through dinner on the plane. So at this point, I haven't eaten in like 3 days.
You're like, I'm so
I
fucking
get
hungry.
to the hotel at like midnight, and I order some food. Couldn't even eat much of it because, like, you know, when you haven't eaten in like 3 fucking days, you just can't eat food.
Yeah, you're
so the next
hungry
day I
you're
was
not hungry.
Yeah. So the next day I was feeling like absolute shit, and like I was literally just like almost feeling like I was gonna die. And then I lost in like round 2 winner bracket, so I had to play only loser bracket, which is like 2 times as many games. So I had 0 breaks for like 9 hours and was feeling like trash, and then like somehow I won. So that was kind of nice, but that was good. Like that was a good series. That was fun as well because at the time Desiree was still playing really well. So when I beat Desiree on main stage, that was quite good.
Yeah,
and then
that is a good feeling in general, beating him, right? Like doesn't even matter where it is.
I don't know, like same as anybody else at this point, really. But at the time, it was nice to actually like just win that open bracket as well.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Because there were very good, like the other people who qualified out of that open bracket were all like super, like well-known people. Like
yeah.
Hold on.
I was gonna say, guys, he's giving you the secret right there. If you want to do well, fucking starve yourself for 3 days, then you'll just play balls out. Just
exactly.
Just pretend like if I win this, I get to eat finally.
Yeah.
And you will play better than you've ever played.
The other people who qualified from the open bracket were Hydra, Huck, Masa, and Tense and Heart. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's a good group to be in.
That's a good group, yeah.
And then I promptly got destroyed the next day because I was still feeling like shit, and then I had to play against Semper Wellmu and Hyun. But you know,
hey, you got there though. Like that's still impressive. Like that's like, you know, don't discredit yourself, man.
So that would be my favorite personal memory as a competitor.
What's your favorite as a manager or a coach? Or
Stardust winning DreamHack
or caster.
Caster, like for games that I casted,
yeah.
Home Story Cup is always fun. WESG Brazil was really good though.
Minus the talking in the ear.
Well, yeah, but overall it was really good. I think me and Wardy did a really good job.
Oh yeah, I thought
so.
Yeah.
Like Kevin had Roddy had a little bit of an off event, which like Roddy on an off day is still way better than like almost everybody else.
Was he sick while he was there?
No, I think he was just like really tired and having trouble adjusting to jet lag and stuff. Oh, because like when he arrived, he like went for a 1-hour nap and slept for 5 hours and woke up at 2 a.m. So he was kind of fucked for sleep.
Right.
Yeah. But that was good. And then like as far as like management or whatever, I guess probably Stardust winning DreamHack Summer. That was a really good event. That was really sick.
Nice. What about what are your thoughts just on in general about like what happened at BlizzCon?
Like in what respect?
Like what did you think of the games? Yeah.
Oh, the games were really good. BlizzCon was like round of 16 was a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of expected for it to be a little bit underwhelming, but the games weren't amazing. There were some really good games, but like every day had like a couple of like really disappointing games. But like as of like actual BlizzCon, like round of 8 on was like so good. Except for Dark versus Neeb, every series was so sick.
Right.
Dark versus the Laser was kind of one-sided as well. But
yeah, that one. Aside from those 2 games, I thought it was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like about as much as you could ask for, and I thought the crowd was really good too. Yeah. I'm a little bit biased
though. The crowd was kind of shit for the end of the first day, but the Neeb game, the Laser Showtime game, and then round of 4 and finals. The crowd was awesome.
Yeah, I think my only defense for that was, you know, if you've never been there before, you want to maybe experience more than just one thing while you're there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if it was me, don't get me wrong, like, I would have been only fucking StarCraft if I was there, so...
No, yeah, like, I think a lot of it also is just, like, people got really disillusioned when Neeb got, like, fucking destroyed.
They, like, broke fucking people's brains, like, whoa, no!
Like, the thing is, it shouldn't have, though, like...
Yeah, that's a good competitor he's
like,
against
Neeb's,
right there.
Neeb's really good, but, like, I don't know, like...
Yeah, like, he's really good, but, like, there's, like, in the lead-up to BlizzCon, like, there was, like, comments on Reddit and Team Liquid by, like, a lot of people, like, Neeb might be the best player in the world, and it's like, Neeb's really good. He's not the best player in the world.
No,
Yeah.
clearly not, I mean, obviously. But,
yeah.
I mean, he still played good games, I mean, I'm not going to take that away. I mean, I'd say he's probably, what, like, at least top 2 or 3 Protoss in the world. I mean, maybe he's definitely top 10.
Oh, yeah, like, that's without a doubt.
It's probably top 5.
Maybe? I don't know.
That's tough, because, like, it's a hard thing to measure, right? I mean, it depends.
In PvP, yes, but I would not put him 5 Protoss in the world, no.
I don't know. Anyway, he's a very good player. I mean, I think the players that rotated into obviously showed pretty good games, you know. I mean, no one thought Drogo would do, you know, well at all. I mean, they thought, you know, first round out, and then same with the Laser.
I'm going to take this opportunity to brag about my coaching skills. So, do you remember the Drogo versus Snoot games?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Drogo asked for me to be his coach for that match. And then he, like, lost game 1. And then I went up to him after the first game, and I was like, all right, so I think Snoot's just going to do that again. But I think, like, on Galactic, it was a lot harder because of the gold base. So I was like, I think you should just, like, just make shields upgrades. Like, you're getting something like Mass Archon anyway. Get shields upgrades and, like, just have a Prism out for Harass. And he's like, that sounds really fucking dumb. He has 6 mutas. He'll just shut down the Prism. And shields is retarded. I'm like, no, dude, try it. He goes shields and, like, Zealots, like, buy him so much time, and then he gets +2 shields and just wins the game.
Holy shit,
he's
man.
like, whoa.
+2 shields.
Like, I went up to the game, and he's like, holy shit, shields are good. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, Frozen. I'm like, yeah, I think I saw him go for a 1-base Roachling, or for a 2-base Roachling build on this map. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go defensive Dark Shrine. I'm like, that sounds retarded. I love it. Just fucking do it.
That sounds retarded. Go for it.
It works, man. It works.
Sometimes when you just do weird shit like that, it does just fucking work. Like, if you go for, like...
that build.
What's that?
It works. That's the great thing about that build, is that early cheese, it works to defend against that, too.
Like, I don't know, like, yeah, you're right.
Early DTs is not cheese. It's perfectly standard because Zerg has literally no optimal option to deal with the Archon drop.
Yeah,
it's kind of OP. Let's be real.
It is not even kind of. Like, every Protoss player says it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But here's the thing, is it doesn't really matter because it's all going to change. And I kind of wanted to ask you about that.
It's not going to change at all.
Well,
that is
that aspect, but
on the new patch.
The game is going to change a lot, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if, like, because the thing is, like, the Hydra change isn't going to matter because it hits, like, for that build, obviously. Like, it matters a lot overall. But for that build, it's not going to matter at all because you can't have Hydras out that early. And, like, the only difference is that the Prism has 20 less health, but that's honestly going to make 0 difference as well. They really need to nerf the range on the Prism.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that it in itself did not get nerfed.
Yeah, like, the change to the health is just not going to matter at all. Like, how often do you see the Prism actually get down to, like, red health?
Never.
Yeah.
I see at least,
like,
I see at least shields before this gets
if
the fuck
they
out.
nerf the shields by 20, then we could have a discussion. Because then it starts taking actual damage earlier, and then maybe we have something to talk about there. But I think, like, 20 health doesn't make any difference at all.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about, is what's your feelings about Legacy of the Void at the moment, and how do you see the game with the proposed changes? So, any other thoughts about that?
I just had a meeting with Blizzard, actually, so let me open my notes that I had for them on this.
How convenient.
Yeah.
David,
so, overall...
Kim, please.
No, I was talking to different people. They were forwarding my shit to David Kim, though.
Okay.
I hope David Kim has never been on my stream, because then he might not like me very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, Legacy is like I think it's definitely the best spectator version of the game, just because, or expansion of the game, because it's just like so fast paced and there's just a lot more action, which is just really, really good from the viewer perspective, which is really good. But And I mean, there's obviously balance issues. There's always balance issues. Honestly, I think the balance this year has been fucking awful. Because we have like we've had like pretty much a rock paper scissors balance where just Protoss destroys Terran, Terran destroys Zerg, and Zerg beats Protoss.
Right.
Yep.
Like Zerg versus Protoss is the most statistically balanced, but it still favors Zerg by about 7%.
Right.
Which is outside of like Blizzard's own definition of imbalanced is like their definition of balanced is if the win rates are within 5% of each other. And since the last major patch, none of the matchups are in that position, and they haven't been all year. Yeah. And so like the game as a whole is really good, and like you don't notice the imbalance as much in like tournaments and stuff because since it's like a rock paper scissors balance, like you still see each race winning.
Right.
But yeah, the balance changes are going to be very interesting. Honestly, from a Zerg perspective, specifically for ZBT, I don't think it's possible to balance the matchup unless they give 4 Larva back and remove the queuing ability and then nerf a bunch of units for Zerg because the biggest problem, especially trying to balance the game for all levels, is that the macro changes, especially with the inject, like destroyed the ability for them to balance the game. Because Diamond League and below, Zerg has such a massive advantage of just not needing to macro at all because they just queue up a bunch of injects. And at the higher level, you have less larva, so it's a nerf. So it's a hard buff to like 60% of the player base and then a nerf to like 40.
Right.
So right now, it's like, let's say they're trying to keep the game balanced for everybody. They're like, okay, we're going to nerf the Ultra, or we're gonna buff X because pro Zergs are struggling. And then everyone below, like, Masters 2 is like, but Zerg's already broken! And, like, it's just so shitty. Like, I don't think there's any way to properly balance the matchup for all levels unless they put Larva back to 4 and just nerf a bunch of shit. The Ultra nerf that's going through is, like, it's... Thank fucking God that's finally happening. Like, it's literally... Some of these things, I really like that they're listening to players. But what's frustrating is that some of these changes that haven't been tested until this month have been in circulation and agreed on by like the majority of pros since like February. Yeah. So like, it's really annoying that it took this long, especially when you look at the win rates in tournaments. 'Cause, like, I don't know, like right now since the last major patch, Terran has a 14% higher win rate than Zerg in TVP or TVZ. Protoss has a 10% higher win rate than Terran, and Zerg has a 6% or 7% higher win rate than Protoss. So like, it's just nowhere near balanced. So, I mean, obviously, I think there's going to be like the patch is not going to be balanced immediately, but it's going to change the game up a lot, which is interesting. And I really like the idea, and I hope they continue to do it every year because it's going to keep it very fresh.
Yeah.
But it'll take a while for them to balance it. I just hope they do it faster. Like, they need to do more balance patches because like the last major balance patch was in May or June.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like if it was balanced, cool, but like statistics show that it's not.
Right.
So, but at the same time, sorry, go ahead.
I would say, what about Reaper Grenade? Do you think that should be removed from the game?
No, it should just not do damage.
Okay, so just
keep the knock. Like, everyone agrees on that as well. Like even the Terrans agree on that. Like everyone knows the Reaper is too strong, and just Blizzard doesn't even address it. It's like literally been like the general consensus since like April, May that the Reaper Grenade should just do knockback and not do damage anymore. And like Blizzard just doesn't even test it.
Like, nah, we're good. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to have Terran have a free win one time every series against they'll 3-racks you.
Right.
And it even works in the new patch. We saw that a lot in the GSL matches that were played for the balance test.
Yeah.
The early game hasn't changed at all in that matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely true. It seems to be the way, like proxying the barracks now, and even more so, we were just watching the GSL Cataclysm, which is essentially the balance test for the Korean pros, and a lot of those matchups, even against Protoss, they were seeing the proxy Reapers, and it's definitely strong, man.
Like, he's also, like, I was talking about this with Snoot at BlizzCon, and, like, Snoot vetoes Apotheosis against Terran now. And it's, like, the best Zerg map, but he's like, there's no way to scout the proxy Raxes, because they put 1 Rax at home, your Overlord won't get there in time, and then they proxy 2 other Raxes in 2 separate locations. So if you see a Rax, you're like, okay, this could be 3 Rax or 1 proxy Rax.
Right. Could be really
if you counter one of them and it turns out to be the other, you just lose the game. It's just over.
Right.
So, like, Reapers have been such a problem since beta, and it's just so frustrating that they won't address them.
I like it, man. Bring in the real talk, and I think it's interesting that you talk about the, I think you call it asymmetrical balance, because that's definitely seems to have been an issue. And watching the games at BlizzCon, I think it was pretty evident that you were seeing in some of those, ZVPs, Zerg just destroying Protoss, and and Terran destroying Zerg a lot of times too. So
well, yeah, like at the WC, like to give you the stats. ZVT, when the Queen buff came in, started to get a little bit closer until Terrans realized how to deal with it. So, like, if we look at the last 5 major tournaments, Copa America Global Finals, Terran had 8 wins, Zerg had 5. WESG Korea qualifiers 18-8 for Terran. Shoutcraft October 4-1 for Terran. WESG Americas 18-6, and then the WCS Global Finals 10-3. Like,
yep.
And then the same kind of story for the other matchups as well. Like WESG, like Korea 16-4, like Protoss just like wrecks Terran, and it's getting a little closer now, but I don't know. We'll see.
Only time will tell. I mean, that's pretty much
Well, the thing is, it's getting closer now, but Protoss got so fucking shafted in the test map. In the patch,
right? They're like
Blink
DTs,
so
right?
bad.
And like I don't think anyone wants that.
Why does everybody care about Blink DTs? It's
right?
literally never going to see play.
That's what I'm saying.
The Warp Prism is so broken that it is literally more effective to just have a Warp Prism.
Yeah. It's free blink from like half screen away, right?
Yeah.
I would like to see them bring back the Dark Archon personally.
I don't know what that did.
Oh, it had mind control. You could mind control other units. It was like an infestor basically, but it was only a spellcaster.
I don't think Protoss needs that.
Well, no, that's the thing though. So like basically, like if you had 2 DTs go together, right? Then it was a Dark Archon, and if you had HTs go together, then it was just a regular one. So it kind of like I don't know. It's like a different balance in itself. Like I don't know how they would work it. Anyway, fuck it. Not worth talking about.
Like, just like talk about the Protoss. The one thing that I brought this up in my meeting with them, but like one thing that like blows my mind is like I'm trying to be a little bit more diplomatic than I would be on my stream in my phrasing, but like whoever came up with the Tempest change should probably like get a lobotomy.
Yeah, I don't.
Like seriously, to put the Tempest change into perspective, they're like, okay, the Tempest is too good, which they explained their reasoning for, and it was fine because it's very like in the late game, it's extremely good in all 3 matchups, and it's like so they make the Tempest weaker. Okay, I can understand them wanting to patch the Tempest and make it weaker, but then they're like, the Tempest is now a worse unit. Let's increase its supply cost by 50%.
Right, yeah. Like, it's now
what
shit.
What the fuck?
And it costs more.
Yeah.
Like
you could have just changed the supply cost, right?
I mean, not even that. Just change the stats. Like the nerf to the ground range is fine.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you. So I think that spell is ridiculous. I just can't imagine that being in the real game.
It doesn't need that.
The spell is bad. It's just a bad spell. It's never going to see play because
you're not going to get that close to use it, really.
Well, I mean, there's that, and there's like it takes 4 seconds to cast and can be microed out of the circle. It's better to just have the DPS.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, a little bit silly.
Literally, the only one that kind of works is the Void Ray. Like buff the speed a little bit. It's a little bit faster.
No, the Void Ray buff is really good. The Carrier buff is really good.
Yeah.
The Adept change is good, but it's too much. 2 vision range for the it's fucking stupid that the Adept can literally just free scout without you having any way to cancel it. Like you can't do anything against the Shade right now.
Maybe they should have given energy for casting.
No. Just like make the vision range 4. 2 is just you can't see anything with 2.
Yeah. It's basically useless for scout. Well, not useless, but
and you have to spend so much micro to try to split them up to get more vision. It's kind of silly.
Yeah. We're just gonna see some sick Adept splits for fucking vision.
Yeah, well, only the Koreans are gonna be using that, so it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, like Protoss, by the looks of it, is just like I know Zest won Cataclysm, but like that doesn't really mean much. I just think Protoss is just going to be so bad for the next couple months.
Yeah.
Well, luckily you can play as other races now for off racing, right?
Even that though, like, why does it start your MMR at
Right.
the existing MMR?
Because I needed to be diamond in all three, in all 4 races, clearly.
Well, I'm like Diamond 2, Diamond 1 with my Terran, and it placed me into Masters 1 playing only GMs. I'm like,
and you're
that's great.
I don't know.
So let's kind of go over that GSL tournament a little bit. Did you watch any of those games?
Oh. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, it's all good. It was kind of. I ended up watching a few of them, and I think it was kind of cool to see some of the changes. It was interesting because it seemed to me a lot like the early Legacy. You know, when we first saw the game before it was implemented, just a lot of cheese. And I don't know if that's because people haven't figured out how to deal with these new units yet, but definitely a lot of Cyclone cheese, and there's a lot of Void Ray cheese too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the patch
games,
at BlizzCon as well with the Shoutcraft matches.
Right.
And like,
This was definitely
but
a
there
little
it was
higher
like-
level.
I mean, right now it's just like, it's a new patch. Everyone's just going to be cheesing. It's all that we're going to see.
Yep.
So,
Well,
That's a good point.
I mean, we did see Protoss reign supreme in this tournament as well. Zeus winning 4-1 over
I
BL.
mean, reign supreme as in won the tournament, yeah. But if you look at the actual win rates, like obviously PVT or
Yeah.
PVZ favors Protoss because there was only one PVZ.
Yeah.
But just looking at this bracket, I'm pretty sure Terran actually won substantially more games than Protoss in PVT.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some nasty Cyclone cheese. I'm a little bit afraid for my life right now as a Protoss player with that new Cyclone. Not gonna lie.
Just a ton
Yeah,
of
it's
cheese.
a 66% win rate 66% 33 for Terran and TVP.
Yeah.
So honestly, like Zest versus Biel, I just think that kind of comes down to Biel, like, he won against Ryung and Beyond. I didn't see those games, but honestly, just like the Infestor is so unbelievably broken in this patch.
Right? Like,
It doesn't surprise me. Like that change is
I
fucking
don't.
stupid.
Yeah,
as well.
casting from underground. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I told them, like, if they want to buff the unit, like, give Neural Parasite 9 range again, and if they really want to buff Fungal, increase the projectile speed. There is
Right.
no way for them
Yep.
to be able to successfully balance having it able to cast underground. It's so stupid.
I mean,
I gotta say,
they don't want to bring
Penguin,
back Blue Lord and Fester.
I gotta say, Penguin, though, I really like a lot of the things you're saying about the balance. It makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad to see that if you're talking to Blizzard, that you're giving them that feedback, because that's pretty solid stuff. It definitely makes
Yeah,
sense.
I just like, the thing is, I hope they actually take some of it into account. Not just like, I also hope they're talking to a lot more people than just me.
Right.
But like, they're so slow on everything. That's like the thing that irritates me. And I also like, okay, one more complaint. I know I'm going like full bitch mode on Blizzard. But
Ran
like,
it out.
why the fuck do they want to buff the Baneling so badly? The
Right?
Baneling is fine, and like
Yeah. Like,
they've tried 3 different buffs now, and every time, like in this patch, they changed it to first having Banelings have 10 more health, and then changing centrifugal hooks to tier 1, and then changing centrifugal hooks to also give 10 health.
stop it.
And like, they're just like, no, the reason no one likes these changes isn't because the change is in the wrong direction, it's because the Baneling is fine. Like, the Baneling right now, like, you're literally going to see mech every game once people adapt if they
Yeah.
keep this Baneling, because the Baneling doesn't even get one hit by mines anymore.
Right. It's stupid.
Let's think about that for a
It's
second.
so dumb.
No, it didn't need anything. It was fine the way it fucking was. Like, it's stupid.
And it was still
Yeah.
pretty good against Protoss.
A lot of these
Oh, it
changes
became
saw
a
his
normal
Baneling.
versus Protoss, and now it's just gonna even be better.
Yeah.
I mean, against Protoss, I don't honestly see this making much of a difference. But
Well, no, but
Like-
like before, like, it wasn't really a thing. Like, you really didn't go Banelings versus Protoss and like wings and stuff. And even really in HOTS, but then like in this, it's like, oh fuck, like you can just go, you can, if you have Ravagers, you can break down those force fields and just crash them with Banes.
Yep.
Now-
And it takes longer to kill them with the storm too, right?
yeah, that's true. I do want to give some shout outs to like the rest of the changes that are actually good
Yeah,
though, because
yeah.
we're like shitting on the bad ones.
Not all of
like,
them are bad.
the tank change is great. The Liberator change is like 9 months overdue, so it's nice that they're finally doing that. The Thor change is fine.
Speaking of
The
Liberator,
Void Ray is pretty cool.
speaking
Void Ray is good. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of the Liberator change, when I was on Twitter the other day, I didn't read what it was, but all of a sudden I saw one of the videos that that the StarCraft 2 Reddit had posted, and it was Liberators, and all of a sudden they went invisible. I was like, what the fuck? That is not going into the game. It was like it was for Nova patch. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I was like sweating. I was like, oh fuck, that was close.
No, Liberator, they changed the, like, when they did the initial patch against Corruptors, everyone was like, yeah, you should just do that against Mutas too. So they finally are doing that. They do, like, they don't do as much fucking horrible damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tank change, Liberator change, Thor change, Viking change, BC change are all good. Raven change, maybe a little too strong, but it's in the right direction. I like that too.
Yeah.
Carrier change is awesome.
That works. We'll see that
more. Swarm host change is iffy because honestly, the Swarm host is not that bad a unit right now. It's just underused in the meta, and like I think it's going to be too strong. Hydra change is really good. Broodlord change is kind of irrelevant, but it's fine. Apparently, they told me that the reason they did this change is because this puts the Broodlord in Thor in range of the Thors, which is fine.
Yeah, help ease the Thor a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some good ones, and hopefully, I think we're going to see a lot of people giving a lot of feedback as we see this patch implemented in the ladder. So hopefully that means that the whole, I know they were talking about it at BlizzCon, that the amount of feedback they get back is going to increase exponentially from players that are competing on the ladder at the highest levels. So hopefully we see more implemented more quickly with this. And it's cool that we have the WES, or not the WESG, but the GSL implementing this for that tournament because there's a lot of money on the line and a lot of good players.
Well, get some used to it for the next season.
One of the things I really want to see happen in the future, and they like this idea, so hopefully Blizzard rolls this out soon. But what I suggested is when they want to do big patches like this, not like people don't care about the test map. People aren't going to play the test map. So I was saying they should like invite 10, 12 players, or like 12 players, 4 of each race, and just have like a round-robin league format that's going to give you so many games and put like a decent prize pool up so people are motivated to practice for it.
Yeah.
The good ideas keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Soon Penguin's just going to work for Blizzard, apparently, and instead of just start working direct, Like, I mean, that's
do they have a team house is the question, right?
Well, he'd probably be making enough he could afford his own fucking house at that point. So
that's
Blizzard's got deep pockets. Let's just put it that way. They're not hurting as much as they want us to think they are.
No, they got Overwatch skins. They're good.
Exactly, and the StarCraft skins. Anyway, so moving on. Next we had the WESG. What was it? The Asian Pacific qualifier, right? Asia Pacific.
Right.
Yep.
Got you.
And it's you only see 2 of the Koreans make it through. That was the number they qualified for this. So there were some kind of unknown Chinese players and stuff.
And actually, no, none of the Chinese players were unknown. XY and Jim were both very well known.
I should say.
Lesser known, maybe. Yeah.
Shockingly, TY and Maru both did not drop any maps until
God.
Maru lost to TY.
How did that happen?
No, what I was really my favorite storyline here is Rex. Rex is honestly the Taiwan scene is like trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so bad. And like Haas is like the example of that. Like honestly, I love watching Haas play, but he's actually such a bad player. Like you see it in his mechanics. He'll throw games when he's up like 80 supply. He just doesn't know when to transition. He'll be banking like 2K at 6 minutes.
Right.
But like, and he's by far the best player in Taiwan. But Rex is like a guy who like tries really hard, and he doesn't play as much because he has school and stuff. And like he's like the number 3 in Taiwan after Nice. And so he comes into this. He qualifies over Nice, and so he comes in, and he had to play tiebreakers in his group against yours and Ranger. And like I practiced with Rex in like a year, like almost 2 years ago. We played like customs together when I was in Korea a whole bunch, and like he's like a decent player. But then like he fucking went God mode in the round of 8, and he beat Jim 3-2, so he qualified for China, which is really nice. And then my teammate Pilly qualified, and Jim qualified as well in the loser bracket. So
yeah, shouts out to Pilly for doing that. That's pretty cool.
Kind of expected, but he got so shafted by these brackets, man. He's like, okay, you get Maru in your group. It's like, okay, there's a 50% chance you get a Korean. Okay, unlucky. And then it's like, okay, and now there's a 33% chance that since you came second because you had Maru, you'll have to play TY. Yep, got that one too.
Thank you. Oh, man, that sucks.
So do you know the date when this tournament is? All I've seen so far is that it's in December.
It's in January.
It's in January? Okay.
Yeah.
that'll be fun to watch. Well, you got a lot of good.
Yeah, I'm looking
players.
forward to that. So I think everyone's qualified now, all the groups, right? And these are the players we're seeing.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think of Stefano qualifying?
I mean, it would have been really weird if he didn't.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, besides, like before we saw him at like Shoutcraft Kings and then Shoutcraft Kings like prior, like he really has been like pretty quiet, right? I mean,
Dude, he played in the Middle East qualifier, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got like the easiest way in possible.
There was
right?
literally no GMs in that tournament.
I did forget about that, I guess.
It's like the only person who has been GM in that tournament was Zerkamdi, who came third.
Yeah.
Like if he didn't drop a map, like if he almost dropped one, but like if Stefano wouldn't have qualified, that would have been hilariously
That's true. I mean, that's true. I guess I kind of forgot about that. It was like who the fuck was he gonna play? Like it really wasn't that surprising.
Yeah, I mean he played. He had 2 diamonds in his group.
Oh my god.
And then
I could have qualified in this fucking group.
Hey now, but you know what? He figured out the best way to get in, and he did it. So what a competitor.
No, yeah, like nothing against him for doing that. Like I mean, he's got Tunisian nationality, so why not? It's North Africa qualifiers. Yeah, go ahead.
That works.
But that qualifier is really cool because Draeger and Zerkamdi qualified, and Zerkamdi is like, he's pretty good. Like he's been practicing really hard since then, so he's like top 100 GM in Europe right now. Like he's not like an amazing player, but he's pretty good. Yeah. And he's so like I'm hoping that he can do well. At least like show good games. Draeger is like all these South African guys have to play on ladder with like 300 ping.
Oh,
so like
fuck that.
he's been like trying his hardest to practice, but like he's a really cool guy. He's a good kid, and like he has a lot of really unique, awesome builds. So I hope he can actually do well as well.
Yeah. Well, that'll be cool, man. We'll have to watch that in January, and then good talent. So.
And they're using the new patch for the actual tournament, I imagine. They'll probably have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, it'll be the official game.
Right.
Next, we have the VSL team. We're not going to get too much into that, other than it's kind of cool to see just like the mashup of like players, I guess.
I was really unhyped because when they initially announced the teams on Reddit, Afnika was typed as Afnigas.
Right? That was so funny.
That's what it was supposed to be, right?
I think they may have asked them to change it.
I think they did, but it was something like it's a legitimate thing. Like it's like a parody on something. Like it was a legitimate. Like it just looks not good to us, but like to them it's like a normal fucking thing or something. I don't know.
Right.
It doesn't translate well. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I think they made them change it. You're right.
But yeah, I'm excited for the finals. I was kind of surprised that like Notas's games were going exactly as you'd expect them to. That lineup without Dark playing is so bad outside of Solar. And so every single win has been Solar, except for, I believe, Forte's one game. Yeah. But, like, the funniest shit was, like, at the beginning in VSL, they showed, like, at the beginning of the match, they show every player on each roster, and it goes through, and it's like, it shows all their accomplishments and shit. So the first match that Notas plays, it's against Yoksamdong, which is like the fucking SKT1 team.
Right.
So it's going through and it's like classic, title, second place, like all this shit. Innovation, all these titles. Yeah. Oh man, all these so guys. Sick. Sue, all these second places. Myung-sik, like round of eight, like you want a Gfinity, like like all this shit. And then you go to the other, it like pans to the other side. It's like Armani. He won an Olima League a year ago. Woo! And then it goes to Forte.
It's like Forte, yeah.
And it's like they didn't even include the career section for Forte.
Forte, man.
Oh, that was so funny. So, I mean, it's not surprising at all that Solar is getting all those wins. So Yoksamdong is almost definitely going to win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they got a pretty stacked team. I mean... When you look at the teams, it's like, all right. I wish they had a cast, some sort of casters doing this because it's some good players playing, and it's a good opportunity to get the Korean, a good look into what the Koreans are doing, especially from these teams that are gone. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's cool it's out there. The games themselves, and they're all on YouTube.
Well, we had Nate trying to do like audio only cast. Like Penguin, weren't you trying to do something like that too? Like you were trying to, you did like the first day, right?
I did the first day.
I remember because I watched that. I think I thanked you for that too because I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what's going on. And then like I like paired both of them up and I was just listening to you but watching that. So that worked pretty well, man. I think everyone that watched it appreciated it. But And then what was Nate trying to do though? Like he was like trying to do it like on YouTube or something, but
He's
then like
doing it for replays.
But then he got like flagged on his account or some shit, right? Like someone like he got like a strike.
No idea.
I don't know. Anyway, fuck it. But
yeah, hopefully they get something set up for the English because I know a lot of people are interested in those games.
Yeah, I mean, Rifkin and Zombie Group are over there. Just let them do it. Like,
there you go.
They're already there. Like, you might as well. Like,
yeah.
Fuck it.
I mean, they would have to actually set up a broadcast, though.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, it's not like it's as simple as I'm making it, but I mean, they are there. So, I mean, it wouldn't, I don't know. Fuck it. Anyway. So, yeah, we have Home Story Cup coming up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hype, huh?
Yeah. So,
always fun.
I mean, who are you guys' favorites to win and this is totally fucking broad, but who's going to win this whole fucking thing? Like who's your gut instinct for everyone that's playing right now?
Soccer.
Really? That's a good
Soccer versus Hate Me in the finals.
Wow.
I think it might be sort of, but yeah, let's go with
You're going to get some good odds on that, I'm thinking.
Zilly, what did you want to do? Did you want to break this down bracket by bracket?
I think there's too many groups to do it.
We can do that. We can go fast.
All right.
Well, Group A.
Rogan Alive make it out very easily. Unless Harstem upsets Alive.
It's the year of Harstem.
It's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's possible.
Yeah.
TY. Oh, this is so interesting. Group B is really interesting. I think Hate Me has a really good chance to make it out of this group, which would be really sick for him because he's never been to a tournament before.
TY Hate Me then?
Probably TY Namshar.
Yeah, I was going to say TY Namshar there. I think Namshar's got it.
Definitely beat Namshar.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Group C is weird. Like I was looking at this one.
I think it's going to be Stats and Scarlet.
That's what I think.
Panda Bear Me has such good ZVZ. I think Sasha versus Euthermal is the most important game in that group because if Scarlet loses to Euthermal, she's got to play Panda Bear Me, which is like obviously she's favored because she has incredible ZVZ as well. Yeah. But that's just not a comfortable position to be in because Panda Bear Me has really good ZVZ.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I like Stats Euthermal there for sure.
I think Stats Scarlet.
Stats for sure, but yeah, I mean we'll see. I think Stats Scarlet though.
Group D is kind of interesting. Like on paper, it should be Patience and Drogo. But really? Kelazor and Lambo can upset that.
I think it's going to be Patience and Kelagod.
Nah, I think Drogo will beat Kelazor pretty handily.
I
actually don't think that Drogo will play Kelazor. I think Patience will beat Kelazor, Drogo will beat Lambo, Lambo will beat Kelazor, and Drogo will beat Lambo.
Maybe if you give Drogo more coaching. So
I'm here, man. I don't need to coach Drogo to beat Lambo and Kelazor.
Just throwing that out there. No,
wow.
We want him to be Patience though. You got to help him.
No, we don't. Joji, man. Joji is my dong-sang.
All right, so Group E, this is another like pretty good group. I think Neeb's gonna get out.
Yeah, that's even first, but this Snoot Hero Marine comes down entirely to how demotivated Snoot's been after BlizzCon and whether or not he's been practicing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, or Stefano could just like come in with some weird shit,
No. But Stefano come up with some weird shit implies that Stefano will be playing games beforehand.
He might be playing co-op. Who knows? He got hooked. Maybe he got hooked.
All of these groups are really interesting, actually.
Yep.
Like Group F, I honestly think Solar to Muslim make it out of there.
That'd be cool to see Ben get out.
He's playing very well right now.
Yeah, he's getting back into it like slowly, and he's just been like, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll take Mana there though. I think he's got that going.
I don't know. Mana's so inconsistent.
I'd like to see Ben win. I'll take Ben to get out.
Sort of can definitely win as well. All of those three can come second.
Yeah.
And then Group G, SOS wins. Again, Marine Lord. Marine Lord TLO.
Yeah, TLO.
This is before the patch, so mech's not going to be super broken yet. So.
I'll take TLO.
TLO is pretty good.
Depends. It depends. Either can win that.
Yeah.
But you got Bly in that group, so you never know.
And then we got DNS and a laser coming out of Group H, right?
Probably a laser and Zest.
Yep.
I don't really see anything else happening.
I think the laser wins the group. Zest comes second.
He's been playing sick. I mean, I want to see a laser do good. Like I want him to keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy. As far as other news, we got the ladder lock. Balance patch hits on Tuesday. We had some who retired? I forgot already. Who did we have retire this week?
I didn't see anybody.
Something
Nobody.
happened. Give me 2 seconds.
Nobody.
Oh, Young Wolf MVP. Oh, that's right. It wasn't a retirement. Golden joined My Insanity. That was kind of cool. Although I'm really sad that all his cooking videos are fucking gone. Those were hilarious. Like, I really wanted to just keep making those. I was a fan.
I haven't seen that. Was that on his stream?
Yeah, no, he had them on his YouTube. He just did like these random funny cooking videos. They're hilarious.
He's such a great personality for the streaming, man. It's good to have him back.
Yeah. And then we have Papa Toss, who's going to come back and he's going to climb to GM, White Raw.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty fucking cool. I want to get him on. So if you have connections, tell him he should come on. I've asked him, but he didn't respond.
I'm pretty sure White Row wouldn't do that.
I want him to, though. I want him to be on the Christmas special.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I just want him to get him really drunk, and then he'll have like a red nose, and we can sing. It'll be fun. Christmas special, man. So reach out. Help me out with that one. So okay, so let's go into.
Yeah, well,
oh, go ahead, Zil.
I want to talk about these maps that we got for the new patch. What do you think about that? I like to see Vonnie coming back.
Yeah.
Although we'll have Vonnie again, which is
Arena is good. Arena is. I don't know why they wanted to put Arena in. I don't know why the fuck they're so dead set on putting Echo in. Everyone hated Echo. Echo's a shit map. Right. Coda is the same season. Everyone loves Coda. Coda was a good map. Put in Coda.
Because you have to have you have to have one shit map. That's like the rule.
Yeah, well, Daybreak's also shit. So
yeah,
like,
we got
Daybreak and Echo are the only bad ones. The rest, I'm really interested to see how they play out. But Daybreak and Echo are so bad.
I hate Whirlwind. I don't.
Whirlwind is great, man.
I like Whirlwind.
I'd love seeing Coda in there though, for sure.
All right, are you guys ready for our game show?
Okay.
What are we winning?
The prize for this week is
$100.
Free coaching from Penguin. So, Zilly, you really got to win this, bud. You need it.
Fucking A, I do.
Okay, so the name of the game is Impressions. So each of you are going to take turns doing an impression of the character that I read, and then I'll be the judge of who the winner is.
All right.
Sound good? God. This is going to be really fun. Okay, so our first... Okay, so in my impressions, I want you to do the voices for it. So now you don't have to do like any actions, just the voice.
Oh God!
But it must be a saying that the character says. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
Him.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it.
Zilly's first. Okay. So for our first one, Zilly, do your best impression of a marauder.
Oh, let's fire us up some hatcheries. Kaboom! Boom! Boom!
Is that even what a marauder says?
Fucking A, dude.
Do they say that?
They do say kaboom. They say kaboom, baby.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Okay, all right. Well, that one doesn't count, Penguin, so do another one.
All right, yeah, sure, of course. Same unit?
Yep, same unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Got a whole lot of love.
That was pretty fucking good, man.
Is that what they say? I thought that was the SCV.
No, that's the Marauder. See, clearly he does not play
I don't know the
races.
voice. I don't play Terran, man.
Okay.
I play Zerg and Protoss.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I'll give that one to Penguin. So Penguin's up on that one.
Yeah. Can't wait to coach myself.
Easy peasy. Okay, so for our next one, Zilly, do your best Archon impersonation.
Power overwhelming.
Okay, that wasn't awful. All right, Penguin. All right.
I'm trying to remember that sound.
Exterminate.
The merging is complete.
Ooh.
That was actually an Archon because you're both talking at the same time.
Yeah, right.
We're talking over each other. I don't know, man. That one was tough. I'm okay. I'm actually gonna say that one's a tie. Because to be honest, they were both pretty bad. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Archon is hard.
I know.
Dude.
That is a weird one. That's okay. Okay, but this last one is gonna be for the win, and this one's probably gonna be my favorite. Zilly, do your best impersonation of an overlord.
Looks like you got a dark shrine there.
I'm pretty sure overlords don't talk, buddy.
I mean, he went for the meme. He went for the meme.
That's a meme.
That's a risky play, Cotton. Let's see if it works out.
He went for the whole translating thing. I'm gonna say it in overlord language.
Okay.
I don't know what they sound like though.
That was maybe a Brood War Overlord. That's what they sound like. All right, well then let me show you both how the Overlord's supposed to sound. It's that's exactly what they sound like. That is, I do the voiceovers for Overlord.
Hold on, I'm looking up Overlord sounds on YouTube.
Okay, that is the thing. That is exactly what they sound like.
Maybe that's the Carbot version.
No, they like fucking roar and shit. Jesus.
Well, yeah, but that's like a Brood War sound though. Like what you?
No, that was StarCraft 2. I just looked it up, man.
Oh man, I don't know.
Rex.
All right. Well.
I think Penguin, you got the voiceovers.
Yeah, I'll give it to Penguin. Since he went for the meme, it didn't pay off this time.
I thought
it's okay. I appreciated it because that's what all of my overlords say in every ZVP right now.
That's a nice dang shrine you got there.
Yeah, and now it's just part of the wall, and it's like, yeah, I don't care that you know.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know.
Some Protoss are literally putting it at the wall.
I know.
I don't care. It's for Archons.
It's so irritating. Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh god.
All right. Well, man, it was really great having you on. I wanted to thank everyone who followed during the show here. I know 420 Blaze It guy in the chat followed.
So, oh, we made it.
We made it. Yeah.
My man.
Holy shit. We're there, boys. Yeah, thanks to our sponsor, MMO Coach. Guys, follow us on Twitch. We do this every week. Tomorrow's episode is Toast Talks. We're going to have Albatos on talking about her accidental love affair with StarCraft and what it is to be like a map maker and shit.
So I'm gonna interject. Her name is actually Albatross.
I might have fucked that up. My bad.
Just before your show with her tomorrow, you should probably.
Well, I know what. No, I know what it is. Like her email's like fucked up though. Like someone actually had yeah, it's like Albatos for the email. So my bad. It's Albatross. Fuck me, guys.
Details. Come on now.
I fucked up. I fucked it. Anyway, but yeah, thanks again for everyone. Penguin, why don't you give a shout out to some of PsiStorm's sponsors or whoever you want to.
Sponsors. Oh, we need some of those.
Monster Energy, we're
How
looking
about that
at you.
as a shout out?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to shout out oh no, I'm trying to think of something funny, but I'm so fucking tired.
All your hosts.
Shout out to the man who delivered my pizza today.
Damn, that guy's the real MVP. Pizza man, you the real MVP. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna send you off with this little gem that I found on YouTube.
Myself. Fire kicking, playing all day. Swarm hosts corruptors, so easy to play. Breaking records, 3 hours on the clock. Can't think of rhymes, Dustin Browder likes rocks. Zerg so Imba, Viper OP. Mana, you're dead. Can you finally GG?
Are we muted?
Oh Lord,
that was actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that was a legitimate rap. I liked it.
I was fucking dead after that game, man.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow for Toast Talks. Take it easy, and thank you for watching tonight.
You guys have a good night.
See ya.